Hello and welcome to part 21. So in this part we're going to be dealing with the last part of the engine room, and then we are going to be finishing off the tank top, because the sections after this, they just have like little walkways in them and stuff like that, and then we're going to be covering the tank top, and then we are ready to move on to the decks finally. So let's make a start. So if you come to this one here on the left, so I'm just going to do these sticky out things. So if you come to this block here, 1, 2, and then place one there, and then 2 down, and 1 to the left and 1 to the right, and then the stairs underneath, and on top, and then basically just going to double that up. So yes, finally, the final part of the tank top. I feel like we've been doing it forever. We have really. 21 parts to get the tank top done. That's a lot. So that's that one done. So we'll do this one on the right now. So if you come to this block here, 1, 2, and then just do your little cross. And then the stairs. And then just double it up. Okay. Right, so that's them dealt with now. Oh, don't know what happened there, bit of lag. Right, what next? Right, so I'll come to these on the left here, these white things. And then on this block here, you're going to do 3. And that's just going to be where the pipe work connects. So we'll do the same on this side as well. So from that block, you're going to do 3. And that's that dealt with. So we should be able to deal with the pipe work next. So I'll come to the one on the left first. So on the side of this here is where it will start. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 2 down. Then 1 to the left. And then 9. And it should connect up to those 2 there. Nice and simple. I'll do the same on the one here. So starting from the side of this. 6. And then 2 down. And then 1 to the right. And then 9 altogether there. So that's that dealt with. So, coming from this bit now that we've just done, we want 1 there, and then 2. And then this goes, oh, excuse me, all the way down to the floor. Excuse me. Right. So, yes, you're going to take this up and it's just the same height as the other one. As long as it is under the floor, it's fine. It should connect up to the floor, really, when it's on. Or the next deck, should I say. So you've got them 2 there. 1 down, and then 1 to the left. Yeah. $11, I think that was. Anyway, it should run through this middle bit under here. You're going to run that through. And then when you reach the other side, it's 1, 2, 3 out. and then 3 down, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 3 down to the floor, and then going left, and that was 7, and then just run it up to the wall there. So that's that one done. Simple enough. Deal with this one now. Hopefully I don't have a coughing fit while I do this one. So it's 2 out, and then connect it down to the floor, and then going up it should just be, well, it should connect to your ceiling once it's on. So just make sure it's the same height as those white things there, and you're alright. So you got them 2, 1 down, and then 1 to the right there. And then instead of counting this, we'll just run it through the middle. It's too fast to count anyway. So I'll run it through this bit. Okay, and then it's 1, 2, 3 coming out of this side. Then you want to come down by 3, and then 2, and then 3 connects to the floor, and then going right, 7, and then just run it across here like this. And that's that part work done. Now comes the fun bit, the walkways. Hopefully it's not as bad as the last video. So obviously we're going to start down where these stairs are, down here. So you got your doorway into the other engine room. You got these stairs here, and then that long pillar in front of it. So you want 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and then across there, and then back. And then you want to go past these 3 things there, and then go right up to the pillar. And then 4 in front, I think that was. You just want an empty gap. I mean, you don't have to even have it. There's nothing that actually goes there. It's up to you. So you should have that. It's a pretty simple design to follow. And then on this side you should have that. And then from there it's pretty much just a case of filling in all the empty space near enough. You might be glad to hear there are no stairs to deal with in this one. Oh, that was a pain in the arse in the last video. But yeah, you're just filling in all the empty space now. Nice and easy. Nice and boring, but at least it's easy. I can't believe we're actually finally going to be done with the tank top after this part. Very glad to hear. So that'll connect up to them stairs there. And then you're just going to run the walkway down here as well. I actually think the walkway is easier to figure out in this engine room compared to the last one. So obviously I think since my last video I've activated the Discord group. So feel free to come and check that out. I will leave a link in the description. It's already full of people, ship enthusiasts and Minecraft enthusiasts, and yeah, it's a fun place to be. You can share your builds and stuff like that, show off anything that you've done, and it's just a nice chill group if you fancy checking it out. So that's up to you, but the more the merrier. Right, let's just concentrate for a minute. Now we're getting to this bit. Obviously couldn't decide what to do here. I don't think we go right up to the wall either. Yeah, so just fill it in here like this. I don't like the fact that the walkway's gone under the propeller. I don't think I change it later on, but we'll see. But yeah, basically what you're doing is you're just filling in all the empty space, really. But I think it stays within the middle propellers by the look of it. I guess we will find out as we go along whether that is accurate or not. Trying to decide what I'm doing. Okay, so it stays within the outer propellers, sorry, not the inner ones. I mean, walkways, you could pretty much do however you wanted to do, to be honest. This is just a rough guide, really. So if you're a few blocks wrong here and there, there's no need to panic about it. Yes, I think it might go up that way as well. So it looks like it's about 3 blocks away from the wall. But it's up to you how you fill this in, I guess. I'll bring it through here. Yeah, just make it too wide around this bit. Lovely. Right. Is that about it? Perhaps? Oh yes, we'll just put the railing across now. That means that we're actually finished with the walkway by the look of it, which is fantastic. Because I was actually dreading this bit after the last video. It didn't seem to go too well in the last video. So this one's gone a lot better. I am much happier with this one. It helps that I didn't add anything in, like those staircases. I just thought it were a bit strange how you didn't have any way like over the propellers or anything like that. So I just added them in. They actually weren't in the original design. But as the engine room is near enough coming to an end, I've got to say Brett did a fantastic job with the engine rooms. Well, he designed most of the tank top actually. I think the only thing me and Deviol were responsible for were the tank, the deep tanks and the what's it called? Where the anchor goes into. Chain locker, that's it. But the rest of it's pretty much been Brett, so he did a great job there. Needed to actually fill that in. I've actually filled it in on the other side. I think I'll probably realise in a second. Yep, I think I finally realised. There we go. Should have filled the walkway in there as well. Lovely. Right. That's better. Just do this last bit over here. So I hope you're happy with the tank top. I am sorry that it's taken so long, but we did say that this was a lot more of a detailed build than usual. And it really has been. It's not been without its stresses. Right, so there your walkways. So I'll just clear that down. And we're going to deal with that over there. So you're going to need your trapdoor. So you've got your lightning rods there. make them two high like that. And then 2 block gap, and then 2 there. And then 3 block gap, and 2 there. And 2 block gap, and then do 3 sets of 2 like that. So that's that bit. And the wall with the trapdoor on top, and then a 3 block gap, and then a 1 block gap, and then a 3 block gap. Excuse me. And then it's just this bit to deal with. So you're just going to run that all the way across, just like we did in the other room, really. And it is 15 long altogether, with the 3 switches in the middle. And then above that you're just going to do 2 lines of end rods. Just like that. Lovely. And then I think we need to do we're going to do the ladders first, I guess. So about the second block in from the right, where the stairs are, it's roughly about there, and then the same on this side. So that's them in. And then just do the iron bars. Just one there. There we go. Lovely. And it looks like it is finally finished. So that's both engine rooms. They look absolutely fantastic. So if you managed to do all that, then very much so well done. It's been difficult to do those. I was dreading these engine rooms, and now they're done. I could not be happier. So all that's left now is the sections at the back that mostly consists of walkways. But we'll just have a look at what we've done while we travel down. Looks very nice. Lovely. Right, so this section here, just past the engine room we've just finished, is going to drop down here. So on the plans that's what it said was in here. Not sure what it means, to be honest, but you're going to come through to this bit here, and then where the doorway is that leads into that bit, you're going to go 2 to the right, and then you're going to go up by 3 like that, and then put ladder on it. And then the walkway is just going to go across here. It is 6. And then you're going to make another doorway here through the bulkhead. Tidy it up if you wish to do so. And then a door on the middle block there. And then just put your rail on. Your bar, should I say. There's a bit of lag there, I think. Oh dear. Right, so we're going to do the same on the other side. So it's the 4th block from the door to the left, and you're going to go up by 3. I was obviously getting a little bit of lag here. And then the same again, just run that across there to where that doorway, you're on top of the doorway now. And then you're going to make another gap through the bulkhead. And then place the door down. There we go. And then the rail just goes across here. And that's about it. Obviously the sections to the right and the left, they're just empty. That's just where the propellers are coming through. I don't know, you can put supports on them or something like we did in Titanic. It's up to you. But you're just going to run straight across now. From that doorway to the other side. And it is 20. And then you just make a hole through the bulkhead again. And tidy it up. And then a doorway. And obviously we're going to put the bars on as well. Easier said than done. There we go. Still with the other one now. So that sign there says furniture store tunnel. Maybe you could put some what looks like storage in here, I guess. It's up to you. So obviously coming through this one that you did, it's the same again. It's just straightforward. And that should be 21. And then make a hole through the bulkhead again. And then a door on the middle block. And then just do the bars again. There he is. We're nearly there now. Ah, I suppose, yes. I suppose you could make a way down to floor level if you are definitely going to put some storage in here. Yeah, best to put it on that side. There we go. Yeah, if you want to put some storage in here, it's up to you. We obviously just left it empty. I guess we were feeling lazy. That's them walkways dealt with. So coming through here. So let's count this in. So you're going to go straight forward by, does that say 31? Yes it does. And then 2 to the right. And then do a pillar like that and do the ladders coming down. And then 3 to the right again. And then you're just gonna, excuse me, uncontrollable yawn. You're just gonna run that back down to this doorway here. And that just says tunnel, so there's nothing in here. And it's just a case of doing your bars. And I do believe that is the final bit for the tank top. Unless there's anything unexpected coming up, which I don't think. But after this, pretty much all we're going to be doing is covering the tank top with the decking from above. Pretty simple stuff, really. Let's do this side now. There we go. Lovely. Right. That is it. That is the tank top complete. We can all celebrate now. We can finally move on to the decks on this ship after all this time. But look at all the hard work that you've put in. I know it's been a long journey so far, but look at all the detail that you've got into your ship now. It looks lovely. Fantastic. But we're going to have to cover all that up now, I'm afraid. Because we're going to have to move on. It's nothing difficult though. Clear that down. Right, so obviously this one's already done. This is H deck. Don't cover that bit up obviously because we've got to put stuff in that. Okay, so the next section, you're going to cover the chain locker, which is what I couldn't remember the name of earlier. So you're just going to cover this up. You basically, what you're doing is all the way down the ship you are just filling in the next deck up from where we've done. Obviously it's going to be at different levels down the ship, but it's still easy enough. Want to sign as well for some reason. I don't know why. Ah yes, this one's F deck. So I guess we're going to be putting the next deck on as well. Right, so same again here. Just going to speed this up actually, or else we're going to be here all day. So that's that next bit filled in. Let's find out what deck we're on. So A is at the top, B, C, D, E, F. So this is F deck. You don't have to do this, it just might help you keep track a little bit better. So the next section, same again, we're just going to cover that up. Obviously when it comes to the stairs, just, I don't know, just leave a bit of a gap around it. Just like that, that'll do. Yeah, about that. Just leave a wide gap for now. Because obviously that staircase is going to be continuing up as we go along. But as for the rest of it, rest of the room, you can just fill that in. And once again, I will speed that up so we're not here all day. Right, so that's that one sorted. So leave a sign down like usual. Oh, what is this one? This is H deck. I think. Right, next section. Obviously same again, just fill it in. And obviously just make a cut to make it quicker. There we go. Right. So that's H, I think. Yes, H deck. So I'm going through all the decks with you just to make sure there's no confusion at all. With this bit, obviously it's a different flooring, so just get your cyan terracotta and fill this in as well. Because stuff will be going in on top of this as well. So this is a bit of a weird one, but hey ho. So you're just going to fill that in. So that's another one done. So moving on to boiler room 1 now. So obviously on this bit we're actually going to be covering this bulkhead now. So you can start on this line here. And then just fill the rest in. It is a shame to be covering all this up now, but unfortunately it's a must. So we're just going to cover all this now. Right, so that's that one. Obviously you can put your signs down to show what deck it is and stuff as well if you want. It's up to you. But now we're going to deal with this deck here. So obviously make sure to go around these as well. This is nice and easy, it's just time consuming, and that's why I'm cutting a lot of it out because I certainly do not have that much conversation in me, especially because right now I'm actually talking to myself. I just don't have the conversation in me to fill all this time up. So yes, plus I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch me filling it all in when you've got it to do yourself as well. So yes, I'm just going to speed this bit up again. Right, that's another one done. So moving on. Obviously, just fill the next deck in. It's still very windy outside. We've got a storm at the moment. It's very windy. Now this one should be quite easy to actually fill in on screen without needing any cuts. Yeah, that one was simple enough. And then this one. Obviously this outline, the outline that's at the bottom there, I need to actually take that out. It's this bit up here that you need to be filling in. So the deck outline that you can see on top of the oil storage shouldn't actually be there. That outline should have been taken out by now. So it's the next deck up. That should cover your boiler room nicely. So that's that one done. Obviously this next one should be nice and simple. Shouldn't need to make any cuts really. Obviously all this goes a lot quicker with World Edit. Lovely. Right, so next boiler room. So like I said, if the outline is still there for you, excuse me, on the where the oil storage is, ignore that. It's the next deck up. So I'm just going to fill this in, and that's another one done. Not having a lot of luck there, am I? Right, so obviously just filling in all this bit in. Just make sure to go around these things, and you'll be fine. Right, so that's all the boiler rooms covered. Nice. And now we're going to have to cover these lovely engine rooms that we've just built. I know it seems a shame, but what can you do? Right, so should be relatively simple, but still too long for me to include the whole footage. So I will make a cut any moment now, but just going to fill this bit in. And then obviously this should just go straight over the top, no problem. And yes, I'll be back in a moment. All gone. Right, next engine room. So obviously we're going to cover this up the same way. There is a bit of a cut coming up soon, but not because I was trying to speed it up, but because I lost connection while I was recording. There is nothing worse. I mean, I'd rather my internet go completely down and there be a reason for it to disconnect, but most of the time it just disconnects because it feels like it. So obviously I didn't get very far before I disconnected, so basically starts from here. So obviously I just fill this in, and I'll make a little bit of a cut again now, because I don't think there's anything specific to show you in this one. It all just goes over the top of the engine room and that's it. So yes, I should speed it up a bit. Right, okay. Obviously we're just going to do the last few sections now. All pretty easy. So instead of making cuts from this point, you can see what's going on screen. It's literally just the next deck up, and that's it. But I wanted to show you, just so there wasn't any confusion at all. It's not really taken much out of my day to show you this extra little bit. I don't obviously mean to insult anyone's intelligence either by, assuming you don't know how to fill in the deck above. I just want to make sure there are no confusions whatsoever. But I'm going to take the time to spend the last few minutes talking about what's coming up, really. So obviously we're moving on to the decks after this. But as you can see with filling all this in, the ship's at different levels all the way down. So what we spend the next few videos doing is leveling the ship out. Now, what I try to do I'm trying to get the ship to D deck. So the sections that are like lower than D deck, they all get brought up to D deck, and then it's just left there. So when the entire ship is at D deck, then we'll just do one long deck at a time, which will be a hell of a lot easier for everybody involved, I think, personally. We're also going to label the sections as well, so it's going to be section 1, 2, 3, blah 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 blah. That makes it easier to keep track of as well, because in Titanic, because it was my first ever tutorial, I didn't really know what I was doing most of the time. A lot of people, sometimes I had comments and stuff like that saying, what section are we in? Where exactly are we right now? Because I didn't always make it overly clear. So I don't want to make the same mistake with this ship, especially considering the size of it as well. So all the sections are going to be numbered after this as well. So that's just a bit of a heads up for what's coming. Obviously the next few videos, we're mainly concentrating on the first two sections at the front. The very first section actually gets brought all the way up to B deck, I think. That's the only one that we take above D deck, but that's just because it's so small. Just get it out of the way. But after that, everything is pretty much brought up to D deck, and then yes, all nice and simple after that, hopefully. So obviously, I know a couple of videos back I said I was going to have a break from the 5th of February, I think I said. I've actually already had it. I'm coming towards the end of my 2-week break now. I just hadn't talked over this video, so I've had to do it now. So I don't actually have a break coming up, because I'm currently in it. So yes, I'm actually a little bit behind on the videos because I've had a break, but I really needed it. Yes, that last bit at the back, just leave that. So yes, no break coming up now. So you'll get replies to comments and stuff like that. And yes, all done. Look at that. So obviously, as I've just said, the ship's at different levels all the way down, you can see. We're just going to bring the whole thing up to D deck, and then do one long deck at a time. So I'm glad I actually started spieling all that off when I did, because practically out of time now. So yes, that's it for the tank top, thankfully. Yay! So part 22, we are making a start in section 1. I hope you followed along okay. If you've had any problems, please let me know and I'll get back to you. And I hope to catch you in part 22. Thank you for watching.